everyone. It's another wonderful time on the Financial Intelligence Moment with the FBI coach. It's a great day. It's a great week. I know you are in high spirit. I know it's going to be a wonderful time. My name is Charles Eze. They call me the FBI coach. FBI stands for Financial and Business Intelligence Coach. Today on the meet on the financial intelligence moment with the FBI coach. I want to welcome everyone joining me on the Grace Impact Radio, where music, word, and entertainment thrives. Word lives here, music lives here, entertainment lives here. You get to listen to us every part of the world. Just click on the link and boom, you are there with us. So, Grace Impact Radio, thank you for joining us. Those joining on the Mixer app, I appreciate every one of you. And those joining me on YouTube channel, Facebook, on my YouTube channel, FBI Coach, I appreciate you. My returning subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. And also don't forget to like and activate the notification button. All right, today we'll be discussing the journey to financial freedom, how you can achieve financial freedom within a record time. What does it take to achieve financial freedom? Who should and will achieve financial freedom? Is financial freedom meant for everyone? Is financial freedom really achievable? What does it mean? What does it mean to be financially free? So these are the things which we'll be discussing this morning. We're going to break it down. So even if we don't exhaust it, maybe we can take care of it another time. But then we'll do justice within our time frame. This morning, I have a great friend, a respected entrepreneur. I've known him over going to 2 decades now. We've known ourselves. He was once a banker, and he was once top level. He was holding a top level office in the banking industry before he decided to become an entrepreneur, and it's been an amazing journey. We have been through different businesses. We have done a lot of stuff together, and he's doing great. He's achieving a lot. He's transforming lives. We have traveled to different countries, and he's making impact in his generation for the people. I call him Daddy G.O. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome Emmanuel Henshaw.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. I like the spirit that Charles used in introducing the program. The spirit that starts the working week carries the week. My name is Emmanuel Henshaw. Some people that have listened to me call me Financial Intelligence 101 because I basically take you through the nuts and bolts of what it means to become financially intelligent, which 18 years of formal education doesn't provide for over 90% of us. I'm great and happy to be live here with Charles David.
Daddy G.O. I call him Daddy G.O. He is also known as Henshaw. So you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So let's take it up immediately.
Yeah.
What is financial freedom? What is financial
freedom? I like that you asked a question because the honest truth is you only get answers when you ask questions. I never got this answer until I began to ask questions. Yeah, done like 10 years working for one of the 50 largest banks in the world. And towards the end of that 10 years, I just began to ask myself questions. Am I going to continue on this path? It looks glamorous. You're wearing a suit. The driver is carrying you about. You get opportunity to travel for training. But I was wondering, at what point do I get in my work life, that I become financially free? Yeah, it's when I began to ask those internal questions to myself. I wasn't asking anyone. I was just imagining to myself. Then it led me to the answer. And you become free when you have assets that generate for you passively. Now, it looks far-fetched because from what you are doing, no matter how minute, no matter how big, you are thinking asset is one this great big idea that I heard people that are rich talk about. But the honest truth is, I want to build something, and that thing I'm building has the capacity. After I've built it for a while, whether I'm involved in it or not, has the capacity to generate income that doesn't require my activity again. By reason of that, I now become financially free. So you need to now assess what you are currently doing and see, does it have that capacity. If I do it for 5 years, if I do it for 10 years, I told you I worked for 10 years.
Yeah.
One of the 50 largest banks in the world.
Yeah.
So when I left the bank, the question you should be asking me, am I still getting income from the bank? Because I put in 10 years. So there are some things you get involved in that you'll never get free.
And definitely you're not getting any income from the
No,
bank.
why should I? I'm not a director in the bank. I was an employee.
So, having understood the fact that you need to build something that keeps paying you much later,
Yeah.
how do you start off on this journey?
Yeah.
Taking it from the aspect of your current snapshot.
Okay. Beautiful. You know what is magical? It's knowledge. One of the things I like about the Great Impact Radio is, I see word, I see music, I see entertainment. You get knowledge from this, especially from the world. It's a lot of knowledge, and it's knowledge that will now guide you to say, okay, what are the things I can get involved in? Because I'm thinking now freedom. I'm thinking freedom. I want to get to a point in my life where I now begin to do the things that really excite me. Initially, I might just do anything. So first of all, I need to be able to generate some level of income. Yeah, because you need income to begin there. You need some level of finance. It doesn't have to be too much, but you need some level of finance. Then you also need people. Now, I've talked about knowledge, you need income, you need people. Because the truth is, the greatest thing you can build is people. Yeah. Once you build people, yeah, those people will always pay you. They will always pay you. So what models or things can we, play with? One of the things that is easy for everybody to play with is, business. Yeah, you can play with business, whatever business is. But that business you have to have the mindset that after I build this business, if I'm not involved in it again, it can still generate income from it. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Okay. I still want to take it in the area of, say, for example, for me, I don't believe anybody is jobless. Anybody who says is jobless is only mentally and physically lazy. Okay, because in our world today, there are so many opportunities. You can make money from anything and from everything. Now, let's take it from the aspect of someone who has a job, okay, with a low income, low salary.
Okay.
There was a video I put up on my WhatsApp status yesterday, and the man said that when you go through the university, you graduate, and after 4 or 5 years or 6 years, you get a job in Nigeria, and they are paying you 50,000 naira. That for him is a scam. And 50,000 naira in Nigerian currency today, in dollars, is quite horrible. Looking at the exchange rate. So when someone has low income, so how do you think this person can achieve financial freedom?
Well, I like that. I mentioned business. I mentioned knowledge. I mentioned finance. I mentioned business. And business is a good place to start because you have some level of income. So you must think of, what can I get involved with that generates an income? And I like the way you've said it now that nobody is jobless because in the 21st century, there is so much, a plethora of opportunities that stares you in the face. But first of all, you must have the mind of a business person. But why I say that is because whatever you are going to get involved with the salary you already have, is that you should be able to make a profit for you. Yeah. So what am I going to sell? Yeah. What am I going to have access to that I can sell to somebody else? And I can generate an income from that. And this depends on how determined you are. Because there are many things that you don't have to buy with money to go and sell it. You have access to it. So you create a story around that stuff. And when you create a story, because I noticed that people buy stories. Yeah. So you create a story around that thing. And then your friend, where can I get this thing? Where can I get? You don't have it. You don't have it, but you have access to it. So the person say, okay, this thing is it real? Does it work for you? Say, yeah. So the person, okay, yeah, you can credit this account. Yeah, we'll send it to you. Yeah, you might need it to pay for delivery. You might not need it to pay for delivery. And boom, the person gets the thing. You've gotten the cost of the product plus your margin, and you begin to build something out of that.
Do you know from this?
And I know you're a storyteller, Charles.
Do you know from this thing you said that you have carved out two things?
Okay.
Digital products and affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
You have carved out two things
Yeah.
because you can sell anything.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I love storytelling, and I train people how to be a great storyteller. A young man chatted me up some days back,
Yeah.
and he was talking about his story. I said, "Do you know that this thing you're telling me, you can put it up in an ebook?" And I said, "Okay, call me again, record the conversation, and play it back to yourself." So he called me back. He recorded the conversation, and I said to him, "Convert it to an ebook. That's a digital product."
Wow.
So he's on his process now.
Wow.
Okay, so now you got the tip. You need to get into a business.
Yeah.
And you don't have to quit your job.
No, that's a beautiful thing.
You don't have to
Now,
quit your
I
job.
didn't know that part. I thought I had to go in, hook, line, and sinker. No, you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to you can't quit your job at all.
Okay, so while you were talking, you made mention of mindset.
Now,
mindset. I know that money has a mindset that goes with it. So so many persons are poor in our society. We have people living below the
threshold of poverty.
Threshold of poverty, exactly. And you find lots of these people at the baseline. So how do you deal with this mindset?
I think the baseline is where the work is. And this is beyond schooling. Because there are people that went to formal education. And formal education doesn't prepare you for a journey where you are going to be free. Formal education prepares you for a journey where you are going to be secured. And that security would lead you to poverty. Yeah. So for the baseline, what we really, I think you give an intro to it. A lot has to do with our attitude on mind. And see, when you talk to people, and I know you do a lot of training across the globe, and you have access to people. When you talk to people, I wonder if it doesn't marvel you at the mindset people carry.
Of course, I do.
There's a mindset of defeat. There's a mindset of this is impossible. There's a mindset of it can't be done. There's a mindset of I don't have the money. That's a mindset that really crushes me. There's a mindset that I don't have the money. You can get the money. You can get the money. So it's passing a lot of knowledge to yourself. Yeah. One of the things that I didn't know this, Charles, beginning when I got involved in training, I just left the bank and I threw myself into education, self-education, not formal education, self-education. I was reading, I was getting information. I didn't know the thing was turning me to something else. So anywhere I went to speak, the minute I finished speaking, there's a horde of people following me. And they said, I want to know more. And I was wondering, why are people following? It was the mindset I was getting from. So I talked to some people, they say, I don't have the time to read, or I'm not the reading type of person. So before I used to hammer on that a lot, but now you can listen to something, for Christ's sake. You can listen to Grace Impact radio station. You can listen to this. This is great. To think of what is happening in Grace Impact. But when Charles told me about it, that day I was busy, I didn't even think about it twice. Because once you are spreading knowledge, you can imagine the people you are impacting on. Yeah. Absolutely. So is that mindset of defeat that we need. There's a lot. Somebody said to me, Nigeria is the greatest place to live today in the world. With all the things that is happening, the airport is still full with people coming inside to do business and all that. You can choose to go to anywhere you want to, but don't rule Nigeria out and say there's no opportunity here and all that. Yes, we can't deny things. We're going through some kind of underbelly, bed pants. But the people that are building houses are building houses.
Exactly.
The people that are buying cars are buying cars.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the last time I checked, their head wasn't as big as mine. So I'm not giving myself any excuse either.
Yeah. Which excuses are the tools of the incompetence. And it's only fools that use it. Now, coming back to this mindset, I've come across a lot of people who say, but I don't have money to start this. And I keep telling them, you don't need money to start money. There are so many people that disagree with the fact that you don't need money to start. But when I tell them what you need, first is creativity, and you need to be determined. And they keep telling me, no, Charles, is because. So, coming to this money mindset and impacting yourself, okay, automatically you became a lead magnet. by the virtue of the things you imputed into yourself. You started magnetizing people.
Yeah.
Now, what avenues do you think an average person who works from 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 7 a.m. to about 7 or 8 p.m. They come back, they feel they are tired, they just want to have their bath, have their meal, rest because they have another stressful day tomorrow. That's on one side. Then we also have this category of people that are always drawn to only entertainment. You know, there's a program that just ended on the television where some people are just sitting in the house looking at themselves, and at the end of the period, at the end of the quarter, they just give somebody millions, and the average young man feels that's the best way to make money. What do you have to say in that area?
The truth is, how many people can have access to the money that what you just said? There are like thousands of people that apply for that kind of opportunity or event, and at the end, a couple of people are selected. At the end, I know there are up to top 3 people that get access to anything that is worth anything. Yeah, only one person really gets the big thing. So you want an opportunity that democratizes wealth. You want an opportunity that says, if I get involved in this, limited education and all, if I give it my all, if I get the right sort of information, can I get to somewhere in my life? And off the bat, I don't have to think too far. Network marketing. Network marketing. It's International Labour Organization say in the last 25 years or thereabout, the network marketing has given people more opportunity to make income in 60. Let me tell you where the challenges are. The challenges are people don't have the right information. I'm saying the honest truth. Absolutely. Anybody that's done it before and failed doesn't have the right set of information. And that's why I really appreciate Charles Izzy for the information he pushes across, especially on social media. And I've read, anytime he posts something, I read it. And he says, network marketing is good. I can, present the facts to you. There are a lot that are around, but it's not everyone that is genuine. Yeah. Just like you have the real opportunities, you have the fake ones. Yeah. So you need a guide. You need somebody to guide you and say, these are the things you look out for. Does it give you knowledge? It's knowledge that will make the difference. Anywhere. People follow Jesus Christ because of the value he brought to the table. And his value was value people couldn't. In fact, when he taught, people said, this guy is teaching like, so it doesn't like all the prophets that had gone before. He had some kind of, and you get that value from knowledge, a lot of knowledge. When you have read and it begins to make sense to you, sometimes you can sit on your own and creativity begins to bring ideas to you. Because, you formed yourself with material. So someone that doesn't have enough, network marketing democratizes well. You finish from work, you are tired, you are stretched off. That was my story. And I used to wonder, what can I do? Are you going to go and open a shop? Then next thing, some local government authorities will come and say, this place is not meant to be a shop and build it. You want something that, if it's not there physically, you have a smartphone, you're online, you can create anything you want. So there's no excuse. You can create anything you want. Thank God for the 21st century. It moved the needle from where we were in the 20th century, where you needed to be physically present. Now you don't need to be physically anywhere. You're online, and people across the world have access to you. 2 days ago, somebody sent me something on Facebook and says, I want to do what you are doing. So I wrote his name, I wrote his number down and called him yesterday after church. So I said, what do you think I'm doing? Because I know he doesn't have an idea. So he says, you're doing online business. I said, okay. Is that all I'm doing? He said, yes. And that's why I'm walking him through what I'm involved in, how he could get involved in himself. Yes.
So that's awesome. So basically, you don't have excuse. That's what we're saying.
I don't give myself excuse.
Yeah, you don't have excuse.
I don't give myself.
Okay. Another thing. Now we have looking at considering your current snapshot. One of my friends, and I remember back then he used to say that you are not qualified for help if you don't know where you're going. And you also need to ask the right question, just like you rightly said. And there's something I always tell people, that if you can't read book, you have a smartphone, then your smartphone should not be smarter than you. If your smartphone is smarter than you, then it's a dumb phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have the University of YouTube.
Yeah.
You can learn practically anything and everything from YouTube. All you need to do is to ask the right questions. Okay. There are apps today that you can listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
They don't pay me for advert, but I think this is going to help you. Okay, so coming to books.
Yeah.
What 3 or 5 books will you recommend that can help people fast track their journey to financial freedom?
You know, some books we stumble on them. We didn't really know. In fact, when I was in the 9 to 5 working in one of the largest banks in the world, I read some books that after I left the bank, I knew I didn't read them. I read them, but I didn't read them. Because if you ask me, let's discuss about it. I didn't know anything about it. So I didn't read them. The books that you have to go for have to strengthen your mind. Have to strengthen your mind. We used to have this thing we do in my own bank I was working at. It was a foreign bank. Every September, we call it Learning Week. It's somewhere, so we bring bookshops into the banking hall. It was really innovative. There was no other bank did. And people used to sell books. So I was buying books. My house is full of books that I bought when I was in the bank that I haven't read. Yeah. So the thing is, even then when I was buying books, I didn't know the books to buy. I'll be honest with you. I just see any book that catches my fancy, I just buy. No. There are books you should be reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number one is books that have to do with your mind. Mind. Because right now in Nigeria, what we need is people that their minds have been built on.
Mind shift.
Because it looks as if everything is sinking. Yeah. But it's now the mind that you have that will keep you up. Exactly. So Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. I'd read Think and Grow Rich while I was in the university. Nobody told me about it. I don't know. I just found it somewhere and read it. On our book, this one, a mutual friend of me and Chavez introduced us to it. Yeah. I can't count the number of times I've read that book. Charles don't say. The Science of Getting Rich.
100 years old book.
More than 100 years.
More than 100 years.
I've read
Science of Wallace Wattle.
That's Charles. I don't want to tell you what we've done. We've done training for churches.
Yeah. That book is
on the back of that book. On the back of that book. And forget what is written on it.
And it's very small.
The Science of Getting Rich is magical.
Wallace Wattle.
Oh boy. And this information, I can't believe I'm giving it for free. And I never really tell you. By the time I'm just with you, you won't know what I'm telling you about. So by the time I introduce Science of Getting Rich, you are paying for it, Charles. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing enough free things here.
Just to add, there's another book I have done trainings from, and I've made hundreds and hundreds of thousands
in dollars.
Training on that book.
Okay, please share.
Secret of the Millionaire Mind by Harvey.
Okay, yeah. Charles, I have that book. I've never read it.
Please do. I have read every month. On my high income scale training, it's one of the tools we use.
Okay, Charles, wait. Let me ask Charles a question now. 2 minutes. Just tell me about that book. Why do you think that book is?
The book, number one, makes you to understand that the reason why you are poor is not because there is a village people out there pursuing you. It's not because your father did not support you, but it starts from your mind. So you need to deal with your financial blueprint. If your financial blueprint is set to negative, no matter what happens, no matter the money that comes into your hands, it's like a thermostat. No matter what happens, once it gets to that threshold, it cuts off. The person will go back to zero. So how do you change the narratives? It now takes you to part 2 of the book. The part 2 of the book helps you to change
the narrative. Still is that same book.
Still in the book. The part 1 deals with the foundation, helping you to understand how to break out of poverty. Now, when I started applying the principles in that book, I saw my finances started skyrocketing.
Oh, this is a good one.
So the part 2 moves you into reshaping everything. There are practical steps which you will take. So the book is my second Bible. I read it every month.
Oh, good.
But since beginning of this month, since beginning of this year, every month I read The Secret of the Millionaire Mind by Eka. In fact, when my mentor told me about this book, he said, Charles, I have read this book 38 times. He can practically tell me word to word. When I'm speaking, he will tell me this is where you got it from. And when some people are speaking around the world, I can practically say, he got this from this particular chapter. So it's another class. You know, you remember one of our friends also introduced us to one book, Business of the 21st Century,
Yeah, beautiful.
by Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, that's a classic. I like that. I like that above a whole lot of other books on network marketing.
Yeah.
Why? Because it tells you why.
Yeah.
It gives you the why. Yeah. Why is this important? It teaches you about a network. You know, we have network communication companies in Nigeria. I'm not doing that bad for them. But you understand why a particular network is the largest network in Nigeria. Because it has the greatest network. So what's the value of your network? That's a good book. But we've forgotten mentioning one guy. That's our guy. We've forgotten mentioning him. Robert Kiyosaki. Oh, I love Robert Kiyosaki.
That guy is
From Rich Dad and Poor Dad. I just finished reading the book him and Donald Trump wrote. Why we want you rich. Yeah.
You know, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad when I was in the university.
Okay.
I didn't understand that.
I read it when I was working in the bank. I didn't understand it well as a banker.
So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished listeners, you need to get hold of these books.
Yeah.
And now, journey to financial freedom is not something we can exhaust right now. And, I believe Emmanuel Henshaw is going to come again.
No, I like, you know, you need to be careful who you associate with. I like associating with Charles Eze because of the information he puts out. And because when I met him, we shared a common thread. And that was, you know, sharing information between ourselves in terms of knowledge and training. I know Charles loves training a lot. So I'm careful now with experience. I don't hang around everybody. It's not everybody that calls me and say, hey, come and talk to me. I won't even come. We must share something together. What kind of value are you giving us? Does that value rub off on me? Like when I came into the studio before we went live, I heard Charles say a couple of things. That was huge for me because I've been trying to see how I can, you know, defeat that demon. I thought I was saying, hey, I defeated this thing a long time ago. Okay.
And one of the things I have also enjoyed with Emmanuel Henshaw is that when we met them, we were doing book reviews.
Yeah.
We pick up a book, we read the book, we review the book, we share knowledge, and this has built us over the period of time. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you cannot read books, you can listen to audio.
Yeah, you can.
If you cannot listen to audio, you can watch videos. You need to. Can we talk a little bit about sacrifice?
Yeah.
About sacrifice in the area of financial freedom.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I did was sacrificing my TV. I remember all through. In fact, not just recently. I started watching. I had to go back to watching TV with my children. Every Sunday, we sit down to watch their favorite TV program, their favorite cartoon. We analyze it. I try to ask them, "What do you learn from it?" Now, for me, I don't watch television because I just want to entertain myself. I see. I listened to my mentor. He said he did not watch television for 1 year, and he watched only what will put money back into his pocket. Just like you said, your mindset. And in 1 year, he became a multimillionaire in dollars. So if it worked for him, I know it will work for me. So what do you say about sacrifice?
Well, sacrifice is huge. I don't want to tell you about my television. Currently, it's more ribbon. No, that's the truth. I'm not joking. Because I don't have time for it. That's the honest truth. If I'm going to watch television, I'm probably watching a documentary. And the documentaries give me a kick. You know, Animal Kingdom, how the animal are taking their territories, what they do, those kind of things. But sacrifice, when I left paid employment, one of the person that I allowed to speak to me said to me, if this is what you want, then you need to put it as a front burner and deny yourself every other thing. Whether it's parties, whether it's anything that was like flanger. So for a long period of time, I put that sacrifice on the table. And recently I was reminded by my spirit about it. That, you know, because the goals now are higher. There's more people to impact. So I'm thinking, now you have to go deeper in sacrifice. In terms of what are you committed to? All of us have 24 hours. So it's what we do with the 24 hours that matters. So I know I'm going to be with Charles Ede from this time to this time. From here, I'm going to be somewhere else. From after that, it's shut down. There's nobody that is going to call me that will have access to me because I need to achieve something this week. It's very important. I need to sacrifice too much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you need to sacrifice. You can't achieve financial, you can't climb the ladder of success putting your hands in the pocket. Your hands need to get to work. You need to work smart, you need to work hard. You need to sacrifice. Now, we have talked about the snapshot. You need to know your current snapshot, where you are. Why do you want to get into financial freedom? Why do you want to be rich? There's a book I read by Pastor Why Money Won't Make You Rich. I'm trying to remember his name. He's a Nigerian
in Europe.
Yes, he's in Europe. The guy that has the biggest church in Europe.
I haven't read that. I know you've told me about it.
Yes, Money Won't Make You Rich. That book is on Sunday at Daylight. Yeah, please. So he helps you to understand your current snapshot, where you are right now. See, you have no right asking how you can get to New York when you don't, or rather, you get to the road, you flag down a taxi, and you say, "I'm going to New York."
Where are you?
Who are you? Exactly. Where are you? Where are you at the moment? There's a process to get into New York. There's a process, but some persons have not tried to understand this process, and they just want to get to New York. So you need to. So we have talked about understanding your snapshot. We have talked about sacrifice. We have talked about your mindset. Mindset has a lot to play when it comes to you becoming financially free. We also talked about the things you feed your mind with. Things you feed your mind with. Then, because of time, we will not be able to exhaust or have actually exhausted the time. We are meant to earn. So we'll take it off another time. I will look at my Henshaw's schedule. Let's see how it's going to be next week. If it's not possible next week, we'll put it up another next, but we'll still do justice to this, and we'll take it off from there. We appreciate every one of you for viewing us on the YouTube channel and also listening on the Mixer app. Grace Impact Radio is the place to be, where world music and entertainment thrives. We appreciate every one of you, and have a wonderful week. Remember, you are not meant to stay on one income stream. The difference between the rich and the poor is the fact that the rich has multiple streams of income, and the poor has only one stream of income. Don't depend only on one income stream, because it's a suicide mission. Until I come your way again, remain financially intelligent, and I remain committed to your financial success.
Thank you so much, Grace Impact Radio and Charles Eze. Thanks for this coming together. One of the greatest takeaway I like is the books we've been able to suggest to people. If there's anybody listening, like Charles has reminded me of the Elijah book. I'll go and get it. He had told me some years ago, but I never picked it up. I'll pick it up now. These books are just great tools for us to begin. Thank you so much for the opportunity to begin.
Thank you so much for coming around. I appreciate you. I don't take your friendship for granted. You're a good inspiration, and I appreciate you. Thank you. God bless you.
Bless you too.